time of the week again. Prepare yourself for the surveyors of sauce, the sultans of spaghetti, the whispers in your ears. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the What's Your Spaghetti Policy podcast. Now, here are your hosts, Alex and Jacob.
What is the longest? Like, think of all of the people that you idolize, people that you are fond of, people that you're like, I bet that person's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
What is the longest? And I mean, be serious. Don't be like, oh, 30 minutes. Like, what is the longest that you would wait in line to meet somebody?
Am I by myself?
Yeah. For the sake of this conversation, let's go with yes.
Okay. If I'm by myself, it's definitely longer. Probably like adds like an extra hour. I mean, I don't know, dude. That's really, if I'm being honest.
If your kids are taken care of, you literally have nothing to do. Your wife has said, take as long as you need.
Yeah. Like, I'm meeting my hero. I don't even like this thing to us. I don't have a hero or anything like that. I would be like,
well, I mean, I know the podcast has sort of helped because like you can meet more people, but like I don't know, like the person, like the WoW lore doctor. I don't know.
I don't like any of those guys. They all
Okay.
suck. Like, it's anybody from
Fair
Blizzard sucks. I don't mean to be mean, but like they have a
Keanu Reeves.
Ooh, okay, Keanu Reeves, I'll give it to you. Yeah. If I was
Nick Cage.
if I was in line, I don't know if I want to meet Nick Cage just because like he's probably not cool in like person, you know. He's probably like really mean or something like that. I don't know. Probably like will bite your nipples or something. I'm gonna say Keanu. If I was gonna meet Keanu, I'd probably wait like for Keanu Reeves. How long do I get to meet him? Like, is it just like a minute or two? I'm telling you, man. All these factor into like my. You ask me, and like this is how I go through my decision making process. Like if I meet him,
going in that there's going to be at least 200 people or more that are also going to be standing in line to meet Keanu.
Okay, and it's like they're gonna like limit me like 5 minutes, right? If I get 5 minutes, yeah. So if I'm saying maximum 5 minutes, I get to meet Keanu Reeves. I'd say I'd wait probably the most I would wait in line is probably like 3 hours for 5 minutes, and I mean I'd be okay with that.
I mean that's respectable. Like, does your duration change if you have an objective? Like you're like I'm going to have him do this and give him this. Like, let's say you wrote a comic book and
And I like wanted the exposure and like wanted to and wanted to meet somebody in the industry and was like, hey, I don't even care if like you plug it or whatever. I just want you to kind of like comment to me personally, like send me an email like, hey, what could be worked on? Like, what did you like about it, etc. Like if I had an objective like that, I'd say it probably like 5 hours.
So 2 hours.
If I'm there to just meet the dude, right? And it's like, if I get past the first hour, though, that's the thing too. Is like it changes. Okay, like I don't mean to be wishy-washy, but like if I'm there, I've got in my head 3 hours the most that I'm waiting for, just like hanging out with the guy for 5 minutes, and I'm there for an hour, I'm locked in. They could be like, okay, guys, we're taking a lunch. We'll be back in like 2 hours, and I'm like, I've already waited 3. I'd be like, I've already waited 3 hours. I'm not going anywhere. So it does change, right? But going into it, the most I'm going to spend is 3 hours. But then I could get there. And it's like, they're like, okay, you're 3 hours in. You get right up to like shake his hand. Like, actually, wait a second. He's got to take a leak. 20 minutes. I'd probably still wait an extra 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
So, I mean, like right there.
Realistically speaking, if we average all of it out to like what I'm saying, it's like probably like 5 hours is like the max amount of time that I'm waiting for somebody.
That's respectable. This is sort of the build in to the precursor, if you will. I'm going to take you back about 10 years. Actually, let's go back further. Let's go back further.
Your conception, right?
No.
Your parents, the back of a 1973 Pinto, they're just going at it, going to town.
At like not that far back.
An AC/DC concert, right?
So
maybe the drive.
I've always been a big comics guy, and I think that most people that grow up with comics have a phase where they sort of dial back or kind of tap out of comics at some point or another. And mine was like, I started to wane a little bit in the mid 2000s. I started chasing girls, man, and like that was way more interesting and more fun and more. The results at the end were much more fun than. I mean, listen, comics are great.
Yeah,
fucking unbelievable. But like, getting a little sexy time
I mean,
is
you
even
can't
better.
beat it, you know.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when like you're all horned up in like a 15, 16, 17-year-old. Comics are
Yeah.
not important. And then also you got to remember the era in which we went to high school. You know, comics were frowned upon. And that was like nerd shit. Now we live in the time where the MCU and like, you know, comics are like
A dime a
not as
dozen. You could throw a
yeah, they're
quarter
not
and
like really,
yeah.
you know, looked down upon anymore. You're not ostracized for that shit. And so it's different. But anyways, you know, I got out of comics, sold, you know, famously, I sold almost everything that I owned except for what I could pack in my little Honda 94 Honda Accord and could move in when I moved away to college.
Yeah.
And I did keep like one box of shit at my grandpa's that he would constantly bug the shit out of me, like, "When are you gonna come get this? When are you gonna come get this?"
I'm never
It's
doing
like
that
it's
again.
fucking
Yeah, kind of
like,
thing.
well, it fucking doesn't matter. Like it's in like no, it's literally like you have the space. Shut the fuck up, old man. So fast forward a couple years, DC tries this initiative called the New 52,
Okay.
right? And the great concept. I love the New 52, and I'm a defender of the New 52. You'll meet people that think it was terrible,
Is it
but it was
wait, I didn't hear
like
you. Is it Marvel or DC? Sorry, I wasn't.
DC.
Okay,
DC did the
gotcha.
New
Okay.
52, and it started off with 52 ongoing titles,
Mm-hmm.
new, and everything was a number one. It was a universe reset.
Okay.
Okay. This was before we reset the universe every 3 years.
Gotcha. Okay.
This was a big deal.
This is when they started doing that.
This is post Flashpoint. Everything is sort of like rebooted
Mm-hmm.
to a sense. Like it, okay.
Okay.
And so Batman starts off with Greg Capullo as the artist and Scott Snyder as the writer.
Yeah.
Came out of the gate swinging with the Court of Owls. Unbelievable. Fucking monumental run. Went for 52 issues. It's unbelievable.
It's a good one.
Um,
Yeah.
um, and you know Scott Snyder basically like got a lot of people back into Batman. Hands, you know, I got back into collecting comics. I did stuff digitally then, because I was in college. I was poor. I might have, I might have sailed the seas here and there.
Hey, it's all good.
Um,
Yeah, I get you saying.
but I would buy the trade paperbacks, so it still was like I was renting it from the internet, and then I would pay for the trade paperbacks. I didn't do floppies all that much because I was limited on space. You know, let's fast forward a couple years, 10 years, whatever, and Scott Snyder like becomes like one of my favorite writers. 2016, I went to New York with Christina. This is 2 years before I went to New York Comic Con.
Got you.
And I somehow, this is back when Twitter was awesome because I just happened to notice on Twitter that Greg Capullo was going to be at Midtown Comics for a private signing. And like you had to have tickets to this thing, but I sort of just like weaseled my way in and I'm like, "Oh, I'm coming up from Tennessee. Can't wait, whatever." And they're like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, we'll let you in." Like
Like I'm
literally
I'm with the cleaning crew.
like they were just
so,
like, "You drove all this way, like there's no reason why we can't let one other person in." And I was like, "Hell yeah." So we went,
damn, dude,
got a picture.
You're lucky, bro. Like,
Yeah, I know. And I've had this cover of it's Mr. Bloom on the front and Greg Capullo signed it, right? And he's a big metalhead, whatever. And so there have been chances throughout the years where people have gone to cons where Scott Snyder was going to be, but I wanted to meet Scott Snyder. Like it was just like I'll hold out until the moment arises. And like it's just every con I've been to in the last 10 years,
Yeah.
Scott's not there. And so I then write my own comic book. Not necessarily inspired by anything that Scott Snyder's done, but it's like, I like Scott Snyder a lot. Absolute Universe comes out. He's fucking killing it with Absolute Batman. Like it just
yeah, for sure.
like what is like it's just hard to explain to anybody who's not been reading comics for 20, 30 years what Absolute Batman is doing for the industry itself. And just like you just don't see a book get a 15th, 16th printing. And that's like where we're at.
That's insane.
Like
honestly.
it's sold so many copies that the first printings are sold out. Seconds, third, fourth, it's just unbelievable.
Do you think like is it so popular that like a third printing would be like sold?
Dude, a third
like-
printing is unbelievable.
I mean, like as far as like if you were you put it up on the auction house, right? You got a third printing or whatever. Is that going to be
Yes.
like worth something?
Yes.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, third, fourth printings because they have different covers.
Damn, dude.
So that's what they do. So like if you like then that's how you can sort of tell now how like they'll just like alter. It'll be a different color scheme. Like the background will be blue instead of red, or the
Okay.
wording will be yellow instead of white. So like they just do like slight changes.
You don't want to flood the
And,
market for that one you just released. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to.
but
Yeah.
I think issue 20 comes out next week, and it has like 79 variant covers.
That feels like too many covers.
Well, it is a problem, but there you got to understand where I think only like 12 of them are officially from DC because it is such a thing. Like it's such a as a business owner, you have to sort of take advantage of the popularity. So what these stores are doing is they're contacting DC, and they're commissioning and paying for this for their store exclusives.
Damn, dude.
So like the only way you can get this cover is to order it from this store online or go there.
It kind of feels like they went full on like epic with it, where it's like, hey, now companies are contacting them to put their like their.
But that's all. I mean,
I know
to be
it's always been
fair,
a thing.
that's always been a thing. But you get a lot of people who are like, you don't need 79 covers. Well, you don't have to fucking buy them either.
yeah, but they're like, well,
Like
no,
that.
no.
That's what it. Well, then like that's your own
79.
problem.
Yeah,
That's
like,
your own problem. Speaking from experience of like fucking completionist stuff, I'm not a completionist on like covers and
goddamn,
shit like
dude.
that.
Okay, so 20 issues, right? And it's still going. 79. I can only imagine it's like not 79 for every single issue, right?
It's not. Just 20 is a big deal.
Okay.
I can tell you exactly how many covers there are in just a second.
But you just imagine that's like 400 different covers. If it was like,
There are currently
different covers
on the
Like,
market from issues 1 to 19. There are 483 covers.
different covers.
Different covers.
That's insane, dude. That is like that is too many covers. Okay, like you're
It
talking
is.
about somebody who's wanting to complete
It
all
is.
that. Like that's like say how much is a comic book nowadays? I don't know. I don't buy them very often.
$4.99.
You know,
Yeah, but those like
$5,000 worth of.
it's more because
$5,500.
because you'll also have like artists who like like you'll have artists that have online only, like the only way you can get this Tyler Kirkman art, this Tyler Kirkman cover of Absolute 20 is to order it from Tyler Kirkman, and he's going to sell it to you for $50.
That's insane.
Like that's the only way to get it. All right. So anyways, so we went off on a diatribe, but like
sorry.
that's so anyways.
we got lost in the weeds.
So I did that con in February, and I've always been like, is I love artists because like they're easier to get in the door, and then like it's just like you can have it makes more sense to, and again, like I struggle with this as a writer because it's like I didn't do the art. So like I'm always trying to think of shit that I can have on a table for people to buy other than just books. You know what I mean? As an artist, you can just fucking whip out stuff, or you can take commissions and you can do remarks and you can do all these things.
Yeah.
So like it's always harder I think for a writer, but
Especially a writer by themselves, I think is important. Like, cause it's like one of those things where like if you're say your artist was here like in Knoxville with us, right? It'd be easier for you guys to both go to cons and like sell the thing.
Sure.
But when it's just a writer showing up and he's like, hey, this is like it is not to take anything away from you because like you created the comic, right? Like that's your idea, that's your brainchild. But then like you try and like go set up a table and it's like, yeah, here's my comic, I wrote it. Here's all the cool artwork and stuff.
It's always that I'm the writer and the creator, but I didn't do the art. That's pretty much how I start everything because the first question is, did you do the art? And then the second question is, did you use AI? And it's just like no.
Okay.
No. But so anyways, and I'm always nudging Jonathan, like, why don't you get Scott? Why don't you get somebody for me? Why don't you get a writer? Give a writer a chance. You know what I mean?
Get who's a writer? I don't know right off the top of my head. Stephen King. Get him in the door. Come on, like
right.
Get him down here.
Now, to be fair, he did get a writer, a Star Wars writer this past year. But anyway, so a couple days after the con, I am randomly on Instagram, like on a lunch break or something, and I see like where we live, it's weird. We have like 4 comic book shops within like 30 minutes, and they're all like really good shops. And it's just like some towns are lucky to have a shop, and we have 4. We have 5, but 4 of them are good.
We have 4 different Knoxville, so.
Yeah, like, and it said that Scott Snyder's coming to town for Free Comic Book Day. And I'm like, there's no fucking way. Like this is not real. Yeah. So I'm like texting all my friends. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh my God. So I immediately call Christina because Christina knows that I've been chasing Scott Snyder for a decade.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got to look at the schedule. Does Zoe have a softball game? Yes, she has a tournament. I'm like fuck, like the guilt that I had, Jacob,
Hmm.
over all of this, even though like I got the blessing from Christina, like
Yeah.
knowing because it's like I had to balance. It's like Scott's gonna be here like one time probably ever.
Yeah.
My daughter, I don't like missing anything,
I
but
understand.
like she's gonna have more games.
That's what that was about. Be my justification for it. Is just like, hey, I understand. Like, I understand it's the dad guilt there. I get that, but it's like this isn't the world state championship. This
I
isn't like
know.
she's now if it was like she's playing for state, right? And they're
Yeah,
going to the
yeah,
championship. They're playing in this championship game. I would
sure.
say, hey, I'm sorry, Scott's got to miss this one. But it's like it's just
You're
a
right.
tournament guy. It's just a random
Yeah,
tournament. Like
and I had the benefit of the previous week where we added a tournament. Not it's not the last minute, but like we weren't supposed to play last week and we ended up winning that tournament. But then like
yeah.
so I've just been like and I'm not a nervous guy. Like I never had nerves
Mhm.
at all in this whole thing, but like I went in with an objective. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get one of my absolute covers signed. I'm gonna get this Bloom cover signed, and I'm gonna get the second printing I have of issue 1 of the new 52. And then I'm start looking and I'm like, I don't know, 10 to 3, man. Like I was like, that just does not seem like enough time.
Yeah.
Like that's 6 hours, and you're talking about like not even arguably a top 5 guy in comics, and he's not number 5 like right now. Like he is one of the like hottest names in comics
Am I?
right now.
He's the one with the DC movie too, right? Where they were like
No, it's James
released.
Gunn.
No, he was like released the Snyder cut, right? The Snyder, like, wasn't that a whole thing? What was that? What am I thinking of?
I don't I don't know.
I don't know.
Zack
Anyways,
Snyder?
I don't
No,
know.
I'm talking about comics specifically.
Go ahead. I'm gonna Google like what I was
I
thinking
don't know what
of.
you're talking about. So, anyways, and I'm just like, okay, like if I'm gonna miss my daughter's softball tournament, I need some guarantees, like, because I'm like, people are for sure gonna camp out.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? What are
yeah.
you thinking of?
It
You're thinking
was
of
it
Zack
was a
Snyder.
Snyder. It was Zack Snyder. Sorry. Is that
Yeah,
not who? Oh, we're thinking Scott Snyder.
Scott
Two
Snyder.
different people. I don't like that. They're the same name. Anyways, sorry. I don't want to hold that against Scott. It's not his fault. But at the same time, it's like, what is this?
Yeah,
Like his
one's a
fucking
comic
brother?
book writer, one's a
Are they brothers?
one's a movie person. No,
How are they in the same? I don't want to. I don't want to take your steam. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Ozzy Osbourne's not my uncle.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, two famous people who are working in like the comics realm, right? Where like one's making movies out of comics, the other one's making comics. It's just like it feels like, come on, guys,
Anyways, so I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, okay, like there's just I personally felt from the beginning that this was not um I felt like it was being undervalued. Not undervalued because like I was like, I don't feel like Comics Exchange anticipated
they were
the turnout.
underestimating the
They were
turnout. Yeah,
underestimating because like so like I waited a little bit. I waited about a month and I was like, hey man, I called him, asked him. I got some questions. And basically I was like, they're like, if you get here before we open,
hmm
then you can pretty much guarantee that you will
you're gonna land within
be
that 6 hour like time window.
and I'm like, okay. Like, I don't know, man. I was like, all right. Cause I was like, cause he's like, we've had like big, cause they've had guests before. He's like, it's never been too crazy. And I'm like, I was just like, okay. I was like, yeah, I was like, but it's Scott Snyder. Like, it's absolute Batman. There are people that read absolute fucking Batman that have never read comics before. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
That's how I got
we
into
have jumped,
Batman here recently. Yeah,
like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a fucking big deal. And I was like, okay. So then, like, as we get closer, and I know what I'm gonna do. I got my plan. I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning on Saturday,
on a Saturday, which is like hard for you. I know,
bro.
not even like being mean about it. It's like I get it.
No, it is, but like normally on a softball tournament weekend, I'm up at
Yeah,
7:30. So I get up willingly an extra hour. Listen to this. No coffee.
and you're raw dogging it.
Why no coffee? Because I didn't want to have to shit in line.
That's understandable. Yeah, you're gonna be in line for a little bit. You don't want to have to like.
So I was thinking ahead.
You can't have somebody be like, "Hey, can you hold my spot in line real quick? Because I gotta go.
Well, I
gotta
go drop a
shit.
deuce,
I gotta go
and
shit
then
really bad."
and then like it ends up being messy, and then
Yeah, and then you can't. You get some
then
on
you
your pants,
stink.
and it's like, oh shit. Okay, great.
Right.
Yeah.
So I made the conscious decision, no coffee. All right. So I get there at 7:07. I pulled into the parking lot. There's fucking nowhere to park.
Nice.
So I drove around. There's an overflow, and I got like one of the last overflow spots.
Damn,
So I'm
dude.
like, so I'm thinking, okay, I'm good.
Okay.
If I'm in the overflow, it should be good. There are probably 75 people in front of me at 7 o'clock in the morning for something that starts at 10 o'clock in the morning. And there were probably 15 people that camped out the night before.
That's insane. This is like
It,
Black
it,
Friday style tactics.
it had wrapped, like, if you look at it, like, here's the store.
Yeah.
Okay. It wraps all the way around. I'm behind the building in the middle of the complex, in the middle. And it just, brother, it just kept going.
That's
It
crazy,
just,
dude.
we just kept watching people just like go to the back of the line, people, and then you would see people walk around the corner and be like, "Oh my God," like, "Oh my God." Um, and then the fun part starts because like you're near people.
Yeah, so you get to talk.
You
Yay.
get to fucking talk to people.
Yeah.
And the guy beside me had traveled from like Eastern Kentucky. It was a 3 hour drive.
Hey, I mean, that's understandable because like it's
He
a
got up
chance.
at 3 in the morning to drive down.
That's not understandable. You know, that's too early.
Turns out throughout the day, you find out that people drove from Iowa. It was a 12-hour drive.
That's insane.
People from South Carolina, Arkansas, Mississippi, Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia, Iowa. Brother, like,
That's everywhere. You know, that's
this is
insane.
not a con. So then, like,
This
you
is
know,
just
we're
a
sitting
comic
there.
book shop now. Like
It's
like,
just a comic book
it's
shop on
not a
free
con
on
or anything. It's just like
nothing.
Hey,
Just
Scott decided to show up at the shop today. You know,
no, he didn't. He didn't decide. Okay,
I mean, it was
like,
they were paying for signings. and
well,
stuff,
yeah,
but- yeah.
boy, did they pay. We won't get into the specifics of it, but
Yeah.
like I know how much that costs, and whew, what a gig. So, anyways, it's like, and it's pretty chilly. Like, it was abnormally chilly. It was like 49 degrees on Saturday,
Yeah, it's dumb shit weather, dude. It's annoying the piss out of me. It's like make up your mind,
and
you know?
everyone's in like hoodies and pants, and I'm of course in shorts and basketball
Yeah.
shorts and a t-shirt, and I'm cold because I'm
Naturally, yeah.
outside for hours in the shade. Finally, we get around, it starts to move at like 10:15,
Yeah.
and I get into the sun. All right, start to warm up. Now, I would say that this went very efficiently, but did not go quickly, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because there were 75 people in front of you, and I just realized
At
that,
least, at least, I don't know the
Yeah.
exact number, but I'm just gonna say
but it
based
wasn't
on
like thousands. It wasn't like you were looking at like a wrap. The building wasn't wrapped.
no,
or
because
whatever.
if it was thousands, I would have left. And I thought getting there at 7 was pretty good.
Yeah.
You know. And good guy Scott, he had stopped by Dunkin' Donuts and bought like 12 dozen and was like they were coming around handing donuts out to people. So that was
Aw,
nice.
Yeah.
So anyways, in totality, I ended up waiting 6 hours.
That's insane,
Right.
dude.
6 hours outside. We get up to the door, but like I was talking about the efficient part, they had a guy that came in, like the first signature was free, but any additional signature was $10.
Got you. Okay.
So I brought 3 things, so I only paid for 2.
Okay.
Now I ended up buying a book in line while I was standing there off the rack. It was a cover that I liked, and paid for that separately. So I ended up getting 4 things signed. But when I got to the door, I was under the impression that like they were just letting a couple people in. They would go meet Scott and then like leave, so that way it wasn't overcrowded because there were still people there for like actual free comic book day.
Oh yeah, you got to remember like it's also
Like
free
this,
comic book day.
yeah, like there was people that were showing up and they were like, "Oh my God, what is like this for free comics?" And they're like, "No, it's for Scott Snyder." And they're like, "Oh, can we just go in if we're just getting comics?" And it's like, yeah.
Oh man,
and
how many people probably went in trying to like, I'm just going for free comics, and
Right.
then they're like, "Hey, Scott," and it's like, "No."
well,
dude.
you had to have tickets.
Okay, good. Yeah.
So the guy had walked around and he was just like he gave you like little circus tickets and was like give these up front. If you don't have these, you don't get 6.
Got you. Okay.
Again, it was very efficient because like it like eliminated a long wait instead of like paying walking over here, and like in doing so, like the line starts to move and starts to compress, which
Oh,
is
no.
really nice.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
it's
okay,
really
that's
good. It
good.
starts to
Okay.
compress because like everybody's going inside.
Got you.
So we get to the door and I'm like, oh shit, yeah, like it's like 11:30. Hell yeah, hell yeah. It's like it was more 11:45, but like honestly, we just weren't moving very fast. Come to find out, everyone was under the impression that it was 10 signatures per. It ended up being 30 signatures, so you could get a max of 30 signatures. And if you
Damn.
know how comics work,
Well, when you
basically
have
what
400 something covers, dude, I can only imagine that like 30
well,
signatures, like that's
what
still.
people were doing is they were getting entire runs, issues 1 through 19 signed, and then probably duplicates, and they would turn around and sell that for $30 on eBay, $50 on eBay. They're gonna make their money back.
Okay.
That's how
I
that shit
mean,
works. You spend a bunch of money up front, you turn around, you sell it, whatever.
yeah.
No, obviously that's not what I was there for. And so we get to the door, and I'm like, oh, sweet, sweet. Like I'm gonna make, I'm getting updates from Christina, like softball, first game, second game, third game. I'm like, oh shit, like, well, I'm not gonna. I'm just like freaking out because like I got to go 30 minutes. I'm gonna miss the championship game. Spoilers, I did not miss the championship game, but we get there, I
Nice.
walk through the door, and there's a line inside. They were just letting people in.
Wait.
So I'm like, because I thought like I was at the door. I'm like, oh, this is 10 minutes.
Yeah.
This is just a 10. No, it was another like 45-minute wait once I got inside.
So was it like there was a line to Scott Snyder, but then like they were also letting people in, and so like it was like the line.
No,
Was
so
not
there was the
zigzagging or
big
whatever?
long line outside, and he would let like a couple people in to
Okay.
get in the line inside. But so that everybody wasn't crowded in, they were trying to keep it like so
Okay.
people
Yeah.
could
'Cause you
come
gotta
in
still
and shop.
again, it's a shop. You gotta like make sure you're
But
selling
I
stuff.
thought that line outside just meant like, oh, we're gonna let a couple people in because the line was empty. Like we would just be able to walk straight in to go to Scott.
Got you. Okay.
Turns out that line was like 20, 30 people
Yeah, you
deep.
got to the next section that was
I got
more
to the second
waiting.
line,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, anyways, so obviously getting my covers signed was objective 1A, but 1B was giving him copies of Polar Destroyer 1 and 2.
Nice.
And I was first thing I was like, Scott, I was like, I'm so glad you're here. I was like, I've been chasing you for a decade. I showed him the Bloom cover, and he's like, oh, you met Greg? I was like, yeah, I did. I was like 10 years ago in New York City. And I was like, we've just never crossed paths or whatever. And I said, I have a gift for you, and I have a request. And he's like, okay. I said, I gave him my comic books.
Yeah.
And I was like, these are my books. He goes, oh, a cyborg polar bear. He's like, that's a really cool concept. I'm just like, isn't it?
Thank you.
And I
Start
was like, I
blushing
didn't.
and
I was like, I have written both of these. I told him to plan 5 issues with one shot. And I was just
no
like,
AI. No AI, Scott.
and I was like, I know that you're very busy, but I was like, if you ever get bored and you want to read through them and give me some critiques, I'll give you my business card in the back of issue 1. He's like, I'm very busy. I was like, I don't expect anything.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just throwing it out there.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I said, I would love to have like, your advice on some stuff. And I said, can you take a picture with me holding these books? He said, absolutely.
Aw,
And so we
what a
did.
nice
We
guy,
took the
dude.
picture, and that was it. That was the interaction. So like a minute and a half, maybe,
Damn, man.
for
That is.
6-hour wait.
I don't know
And
if
then
I
I
could
rushed,
do it.
and then I rushed. But I mean, it was just like to tie it back in, there are very few people I would wait in line that long to see.
Yeah. I mean, and it's like again, you go and you have the objective, like not even to say like, oh, getting the cloud or whatever. It's more so just like, hey, you've been a big inspiration for me. Like I think it'd be really
It's
cool for you
personal.
to have. Yeah, like this is a
A
personal.
lot
thing,
of it
like,
was
hey,
personal.
you don't even have to like shout me out or anything. I just want you to read it and just knowing
Yeah.
that you're gonna like maybe get around to reading it. That's enough for me.
Because like when I went to go meet Gail
Yeah.
2 years ago,
Again, another
this is
awesome person. Like it's
this is no shade, but there was like 4 people in line.
yeah.
And like I just like walked up and like talked to her. Like we had conversations.
Mhm.
This is just different. It's just fucking different atmosphere, different,
it, yeah.
just different beast. Then I rushed out because like if you know where I was as opposed to where I was supposed to go and fighting that traffic downtown, dude, you just sit at the same red light for 6 cycles and you don't move, and it's just like I want to snap someone's
Absolutely.
neck.
Yeah.
And then I made it, and like it was so crazy because apparently everybody was asking where I was at. Specifically, the girls in the dugout were like, "Where's Zoe's dad?" Because like I'm part of the team. Like, and so that was nice. That was
They start
nice. They're
cheering
like,
when you get there, like Zoe's dad.
no,
Zoe's dad.
and I know that Zoe was like super excited. And then like she caught this in the championship game. She caught this like fucking pop fly, dude. I was so proud of it. And it was like
Yeah.
a nice pop fly. It was like way up there. And I was standing right beside her because like in 8U you can have coaches out in the outfield, like past the foul lines. And like I was right before it, kind of half jokingly before it happened, I was like, "This is coming to you. You ready?" And she was like, "Yeah." And like she fucking popped it up and she caught it. And like what I was so proud about is that she caught it and didn't just like celebrate. She immediately threw it to third.
Hell yeah, dude.
Like
I think I think I watched the video. Like, yeah, I remember like seeing like they almost. I think when there's a runner on third, or
There was
something,
there was a runner on third
Damn, dude.
that normally would run, and she stopped the run from. I was like, dude, and then she told me, she's like, my legs are still shaking. I'm like,
yeah,
like
that's
Christina
it,
almost
yeah.
cried
I mean,
at
shit, dude,
how
I get it.
like how proud, because like we've you know some of the problems that we've
Yeah.
had in softball,
You
but
have a
like
little kid and you're trying to get him to play a sport, and it's like, they don't
it's
always
not
want
even
to
that.
listen.
It's like, well, it's not even that. It's that, like, she desperately wants to play in the infield, but like she's not really been given the chance to play in the infield.
Yeah.
She is the, not just because she's my kid, like she is the fastest kid on the team
Yeah.
by like a substantial margin, and she kind of gets punished because she is the fastest. She's in left field. That's where a lot of hitters are hitting the ball, so they want somebody. So like I get it, but like she was on a team, and she got put in the outfield as a punishment because they didn't want to deal with her.
Mhm.
They didn't want to work with her. And so like she's kind of embraced being in the outfield now.
Yeah.
She's finally accepted it once enough people she knew, there's family members and stuff like that. Like, and she's gone to a couple like college softball games and like seen how important it is.
Yeah.
So like she's kind of come around to like,
I played
so
left
I
field
was,
for like a lot of my like junior
and I do
senior
get
year in
it
high school. So
at that age, because like a lot of girls when you're first starting out, they don't hit in the outfield, so you're just out there just playing in the grass and shit. But like she's getting up there where like the hits are getting hit to her now. So
yeah.
I made it. They ended up losing that game, but she got the game MVP. The girls didn't play very well that game, but like, it is what
What
it
you
is,
gonna do, man? And that's all that
But
matters. Like, she got the cool pop vibe, and it's sick.
yeah, dude, it's a really busy Saturday, dude. Like, it was wild, man. It was just wild, and like, I, I was trying. You kind of don't have any other choices but to talk to the people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But everybody was super friendly. Like there was a guy in front of me. It was the first time. He's like, "This is the first time I've ever waited in line for anybody." Like he's like, I just started reading comics because of Absolute Batman. I'm like, fucking yeah, you
It
did.
feels like that would be me. I'd be like, yes. I feel like wait.
I think you would have had a good time.
Probably so. I mean, like
6 hours is a long time in line, but you would have had a good time.
I think 6 hours.
If you were
that's
with
a
me?
long enough time to break down the wall that I put up or the shell that I have. So I think absolutely I would have been all right. I would have had to take my meds for sure, or else I wouldn't have opened up at all. But like, yeah, man, I think that.
You know what's even crazier?
What's that?
I fucking totally blew by this part. Person two people down from me. I saw this guy, immediately recognized him. So like I'm maybe there.
Yeah, of course.
I'm like there but like I don't know his name. But like we're there for like 2 hours, and I find that opportunity, and I'm like, "Did you get a chance to read my books?" And he was like, "No, man, they're in my stack." He's like, "I thought that was you." I was like, "Yeah, I recognized you when you came in." He's like, "Yeah, dude." He's like, I really want to get to it, but he's like,
The whole time
how it is.
2 hours, he's thinking, I hope he doesn't ask me about his book, dude. 'Cause I haven't gotten around to it yet. I hope he doesn't ask me about it. And like,
But
immediately
like,
you're like, you read that book yet?
but like, I think he like started to like open up a little bit more once he knew I knew who he was, because he came and bought my books at that show.
Yeah,
in February.
The random guy that showed up, or whatever. No, like right. There were several guys that like.
No, this is a long-haired guy.
Okay.
And then like we're sitting here talking like age-wise, and something happened. We were talking about ages. I was like, yeah, my high school reunion's next year, and he's like, oh, I just graduated high school like 2 years ago, and I'm like, good Lord,
God damn, I'm so old, you fucking kids. Like, yeah. These fucking kids are so young.
But it was cool to see so many people there though. Like that was really cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
But
I had a chill Saturday. What did I do Saturday? I think we did something. I had to go like do some shopping over Saturday morning, but then we decided to like, I just want to do a shouts out real quick. I'm not gonna lie to you. We went to Culver's after we got done shopping or whatever.
mm-hmm.
That's a solid 8 out of 10 fast food restaurant.
It's decent.
I like it.
Christina loves it.
I like it.
She loves their chicken sandwich.
Now it is expensive. I will say it's like, I mean, it's not more any expensive than like any other place, fast food restaurant these days. But like the kids ate it, enjoyed it, like they had a great time, really good atmosphere. I dug it.
Did you get your free cup of ice cream?
No, we didn't see it until like afterwards, whatever. But I mean, I technically did get a free cup of ice cream because my kids only like their ice cream is very rich, and they only ate like a few bites.
Because it's not ice cream, it's custard.
Yeah, I was like, I'll finish it for you. Don't worry about it. I got you. So
yeah. Christina loves Culver's, man.
The kids' meals are solid, dude. Like fucking, they come with an entree, they come with a side, they come with a drink, and they come with ice cream. I was like, okay, shit, dude. Like a full cup of ice cream. It was insane.
Mm-hmm.
So shouts out Culver's.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about them. Hopefully not like super
They're
like.
they're from Wisconsin.
It's probably like Mormon, whatever, but it's fine. It's whatever.
No, Mormons are in Pennsylvania,
Dude,
bro.
Mormons are everywhere in the west
Yes,
side of the United
also
States. You know.
that is true, but like no, like they're
Good.
not
Okay.
Mennonites.
Well, I mean that's fine. They got cheese. I bet. Oh, they do have cheese curds there. I didn't get the cheese curds though.
Yeah.
So.
I definitely prefer it over Freddy's.
I haven't been. Haven't been.
But can I say something about smash burgers?
Go ahead. Too dry.
Kind of tired. I'm tired of them.
I like them. I do think they get on a little bit of the drier side. Like I get the appeal because you can fit more meat in there. Like what appears to be more
Allegedly.
meat. I mean, like, to be fair, it's like 3 ounces of cheeseburgers smashed into the grill, and so like really, like you pull it away,
but
it's like 2 ounces worth. So
we have so many food trucks that are smash burgers. We have like so many restaurants that now have smash burgers.
And
we
they're
have
quick. That's why that's why they do them, is because like smash burgers are quick.
But we have
like
so many restaurants, like literally where that Culver's is.
Yeah.
There's Culver's, there's In-N-Out, there's Freddy's, and then I'm missing another one. There's literally 4 smash burger places
It's not Steak and
right
Shake
there.
anymore. That turned into the In-N-Out, right?
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
I
But
think
still,
they're
like
putting something in down there where the Arby's used to be. So
Arby's.
Arby's. There's another dying restaurant because their shit was too expensive, and like they
Dude,
just like
Ruby Tuesday is a dying restaurant.
Ruby Tuesdays has been dead for a long time, brother. I don't.
Do you know the most profitable Ruby Tuesdays for the entire company?
Was it like here?
Well, the headquarters is here.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. It's in Alcoa, right? No, in Maryville.
The one in the
Maryville.
airport. The one in the airport.
Because it's airport food.
No, do you know why? Because other than a
they
Starbucks,
don't have a
that's
choice.
the only thing in the airport.
But that's the thing, man. It's like Ruby Tuesdays is like, I think
Garbage.
Arby's and Ruby Tuesdays are the same kind of restaurant where like
Oh, Charlie's
all
is
these
another
other,
one.
like Wendy's shooting himself in the foot. You know, you got like Burger King shooting themselves. Like all these other companies are shooting themselves in the foot. And Arby's and Ruby Tuesday just kind of fucking died. They're just like, I can't keep up.
Oh, Charlie's is another one.
Crystal's is another one that died. Like Crystal's fucking. There's maybe one left. Hardee's is another. Like Hardee's does not exist in our
outside
town
of breakfast.
anymore.
Outside of breakfast,
it doesn't exist in our town. Every single one.
No, there's the one right across from the Clinton Highway.
That
Walmart.
might be the last one standing.
And it's packed every day. It's 6 o'clock.
When I worked at Hardee's in Murfreesboro, shouts out. They said that the only time that they were profitable was in the morning.
Breakfast.
Was the
Yeah,
breakfast. They made I think 75 to 80% of their
They
profits
should almost
for the day.
they should just pivot and be a breakfast only.
Why
like
not?
shut down at 12 o'clock.
Nobody gives a shit about your stupid burgers anymore. Okay, because again, like they grew up in an era where like sex appeal was all that, and so like they kind of burnt that bridge a long time ago, and like now
You're talking about the Carl's Jr. with Paris
No, I'm
Hilton?
talking about like Hardee's in general. Like that was their whole thing, was like sexy advertisement. You got like Kate Upton, like she's over here chomping down on a juicy burger and it's dripping all over her tits, and she's like, oh yeah, this is so good, you know. And it's like, okay, that's the first time you've ever held a piece of meat that big, and it's like, you know. So, but anyways, yeah, they're just a dying restaurant, and it's just, you know, honestly.
Speaking of dying, hell of a segue.
I do what I can.
This week, we have not one, not un, not deux, not trois. Recalls.
Wait, recalls?
Recalls.
Food recalls?
And food adjacent.
Okay, you have to fill me in, because you're getting all these news stories that's coming across the news desk, and I'm gonna have to find a noise to put in whatever. But
number 1, Ghirardelli powdered chocolate drink mixes recalled due to salmonella.
Sick. Okay, that's really cool. Love that. I love that salmonella's out there in the fucking Ghirardelli chocolate. Then again, to be fair, who's drinking Ghirardelli chocolate powder? Milk.
I mean, there's, several. There's white chocolate, white mocha, vanilla mocha, chocolate and cocoa, frozen, white. There's all, but it's just
existed.
it's like hot chocolate mixes.
Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, I thought it was like chocolate milk, like a Yahoo, like chocolate milk powder.
Various hot cocoa and frappe mixes.
Get them out of here, you know.
That was over the weekend.
Okay.
The second one.
All right, hit me with it.
Cantaloupe recalls upgraded in U.S. over potentially deadly and fatal contamination concerns.
Cantaloupe. I'm glad we didn't get one the last time we went to the Aldi. So, is that why we're not seeing? I actually, now that I think about it, like I haven't seen too many of them in the stores. That might be
like
why.
class 1.
That's not good.
Upgraded to a class 1 recall, meaning the consumption could lead to severe health consequences or death.
Okay, so don't eat cantaloupe currently.
Death,
That's
dude.
That's gonna like our farmers are already hurting, and now you're taking away their cantaloupe profits.
This comes out of it's 8,302 cartons of cantaloupe. I
What is happening?
love when it just does that. That's so sick, dude.
Like, how does that?
That's so sick right there, dude.
What, when it just closes the article or whatever, or like gives you?
No, it just gave me this bullshit. Hold
how
on,
does
let me go back.
How does that happen? Like, okay, well, like the Ghirardelli powder, I get because it's like there's like a chain in which like you're making the powders and all this. Like, there's different steps where like those pathogens can get introduced.
It came out of Aco Farms, based in Pompano Beach, Florida. So
But
only
like, with cantaloupe,
only 4 states were affected: California, Florida, New York, and Pennsylvania.
but with cantaloupe, it's like you just grow it and then you ship
On a
it.
tree.
You grow, and not even on a tree, dude. It's a vine, but whatever.
Oh, is it?
Nonetheless,
I
yeah,
mean, I don't know.
it's fine. I understand. I mean, but it's like you just grow it, right? So like, what happened in that like, it feels like somebody was injecting the shit with whatever it was, E. coli or some shit. But I don't know. But it's insane.
They're just stored in places that aren't sanitary.
That's the thing.
They're not cleaned.
Cantaloupe.
Because if a cantaloupe like busts open and the juices ooze,
yeah,
and you don't clean up the juice,
and it gets on another cantaloupe, and it's like but store your cantaloupes good, guys. Come on, stop.
yeah. And recall number 3, again, I said food adjacent. Over 8 million thermos jars and bottles have been recalled after 3 people suffered permanent vision loss.
From like exploding bottles or some shit, or was it just like lead poisoning in the bottles?
So
like that was so high that they went blind. Like, what the hell happened there?
Okay. So 5.8 million stainless King food jars and 2.3 million Sportsman food and beverage bottles were recalled. According to an April 30th recall from the company and posted on the United States Consumer Product Safety Commission, if perishable foods or beverages are stored in a container for an extended period of time, the stopper can forcefully eject when opened, which can result in serious impact and laceration hazards to the consumer.
So they made bombs. They made like claymores out of old food, and then 3 people like that. Okay.
They received 27 reports of users who were struck by the stopper that forcefully ejected from these containers upon opening.
So, okay. I don't know, man. It does. Okay. 8 million. That's a lot of products to pull from the shelves. But then it's like,
they changed the lid.
3 people went blind. Now, okay, granted, I do feel like as a human being, I feel like one person is more than enough to say, hey, fucking take it off the shelves. But like as a corporation, thinking about being a corporation, it's like,
well,
the
thing about being a corporation is that you can't just sit and be okay with what you've made. You have to constantly fucking tinker and mess with products and make them inferior in order to sell. This is the new version.
Yeah.
Because the recalled one versus the one that wasn't recalled, the lid was different, and the new one has a weaker lid seal.
Yeah, because if you made it strong, they wouldn't have to buy a new one.
Well, that's their whole thing.
Yeah,
like you buy a thermos, it'll last for 100 years.
Too weak, so much so that you're making many like guns.
Do you mean that it was a planned obsolescence?
Yeah, that probably was at fault, but it just feels like they definitely knew something was wrong because they were like they heard. It's like that situation where like you say you did something at work, right? And you're like, I should probably fix that, but like I'm just gonna let it slide. And then like your boss contacts you. And they're like, hey, this thing was wrong. And you're like, yeah, that was me, actually. It feels like one of those situations where, like, somebody knew that they had fucked something up, and it only took, like, 3 people to, like, go blind for them to be like, yeah, actually, like, that was us. That was on us. Guys.
The affected jars and bottles were sold in many retailers, including Walmart and Target, online and in stores, between March of 2008 and July of 2024.
Okay, so it's like, not a huge window to choose from, really, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure you probably haven't bought one of those any time in your life. And that's 6 years or 16 years.
6? Yeah, I was going to say it's a lot longer than
years.
So they switched their lids after 2024
Okay, now that I hear that it's
or
been like a
something. I don't know.
16-year window, I don't think they did enough to stop this. I feel like they knew something was up, and it took
I mean,
16 years for them to finally be like, okay,
I
guys,
am
we're
not
full.
taking anyone's side here, but I do feel like you have to have some basic like common sense. You know what I mean?
What are
Like
you storing in there? That's like, and
what
where are
that
you
was.
storing it?
What are you storing in there, and what like and
And
where is it sitting?
because if it's like in the fridge, I feel like you're not generating that heat and shit like that would cause it to explode. But then again, if it's something like, say it's like a carbonated beverage, like yeah, that's gonna do it. You
Like
know,
yeah, like coffee's not gonna do it. Water's not gonna do it.
if you're
Like
just
soup, soup's not gonna do it.
now if you're storing it at like the heat, like you just pulled it off the stove and you're like, oh shit, I gotta throw this in the fridge real quick and
I
go.
mean, are you putting
Maybe.
like is there meat in there, and then the meat like
I don't know
just
what you're
like starts to
storing in
ooze
that.
its
Yeah,
gas
that's
and
insane, dude. That's fucking crazy, man. I don't know, but hey, shout out to those guys. I'm sorry you went blind from that, and also you guys just don't do that. Come on, stop it. You know.
I took up most of the episode with my story, so let's go ahead and do this new
We're
quiz, bud.
yeah, dude. We're carrying the trend, and I figured I bring one in this time, because I got some feedback last time from one
Did
person
you?
in particular, like, and he was like, "Hey, you missed this one, this one, this one." I was like, you know what? You're right. I need to do another anime quiz because it didn't. I don't feel like it tested my knowledge of anime enough of
Oh,
what I've
someone said that
watched.
your list was trash?
No, they didn't say that was trash. It was more so it's like there was a
Who?
lot of the big ones that I could have used, and I'm not gonna call them out. It's whatever. If they want me to next episode, I'll call them out. But like, it's
You don't
fine.
I mean, I feel like you are the only person who watches
It
anime.
was messing my. It was just one person. Don't worry about it. And he knows who he is. But thank you also because I. But
Okay.
anyways, nonetheless, all that to say is that I've got another
Okay.
anime quiz here. Again, the rules are
12.
there's 12 of them. I'll give you the character and you tell me what anime they're from. Okay.
Okay.
Now I know for a fact there's at least two softball questions. So I know that you'll at
Okay.
least get two. Where do you feel like you're going to land this time around? Now but I will say it is, I would argue probably significantly harder because I took a lot of the ones that you might have been able to get last, like there's not a whole lot of easy ones. That's what I'm trying to say in this one. So
You said you think I'll get 2?
at least I know that you'll at least get two. Yes.
3.
Yes.
3.
Three? Okay. I mean, I
Over
get
under
it.
3.
Okay. I get it. I like it. Wait,
I
hold
had
on.
somebody comment and was like, just so you know, I wouldn't have got any of that anime shit either. And I was like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, okay, that's true. Okay, I was looking back through my list. I heard, yeah, no. Uh, I'm looking back through my list to see if I would be able to get any if I didn't know who they were. Like if I didn't have to have like Google to help me remember. But all right. Number one, Light Yagami. And let me know if you need
Is it
hints.
is this like a softball one?
No, this is not. No, this isn't.
Oh,
This
okay.
isn't a
I
softball
was
one. This is one I feel like you've probably heard other people bitch about it, as far as like if they ever did like any kind of adaptations for animes or whatever. If that was one of these, like you probably heard people bitch about it, but I can't think of any other situation which you would have like actually like seen this anime, even like clips, maybe like memes from it. But the name is Light Yagami, and I'll give you it's a boy. So
Demon Slayer.
I admire, again, like last week, I admire the effort. I honestly forgot about that anime. But no, it's not. It's not Demon Slayer. It's Death Note. You were close. It was Death Note.
Okay, Death Note.
It is the
Yeah.
main character from Death Note. He's the one that gets the Death
I
Note
thought the
book.
main character was Death Note.
No, that's the thing that they use to write
I
their
know.
names
I know.
down. Yeah.
I know.
So I was gonna use the Shikigami's name, which is like the actual like thing that kills people. But I was
Okay.
like, that would be a little too hard, because I don't even remember the guy's name. So second one is okay. I have confidence in this. Like this one is okay. Here we go. Mikasa Ackerman. Mikasa Ackerman. It is a chick. I'll give you that.
Yeah. Uh
You got this.
I don't, is this a softball one?
No, this isn't a softball
Okay.
one. But I do feel
Uh
like if you were gonna get one that wasn't a softball, you could probably pull
is
this one
this
out.
last like just an anime within the last 10 years, or is this
Yes.
like oh shit. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
No. Again, good try. This is from Attack on Titan. This is a chick,
Oh,
the female lead in Attack on Titan. I guess is what I would call her, and
okay.
objectively. Okay. Third one. This is. I will argue this is probably. Let me look. Hold on. Second hardest one. Okay.
Oh shit.
Here we go. Okay. Moomin Rider. And again, this is an anime that's in the last 10 years. I think most of these are. Yeah.
Damn, that's gonna eliminate because
Moomin
like my
Rider.
my pool of knowledge is literally like Adult Swim era.
Okay. Sorry.
That's where 90% of
Again, it's the list. I did make a little bit of harder of a list, and it's this
Fuck, dude.
Moomin Rider. If it help you at all, that is an alias. I don't know this. I didn't look up the character's actual name, but this is like an alias. And let's say in this universe, they use aliases, and it's kind of like in a cheesy way.
Initial D.
Damn, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's a good pull because I haven't ever seen Initial D. Not Initial D.
Is Initial D an anime?
Yeah, it's an anime. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not Initial D. It is One Punch Man. That is a C-class hero, Moomin Rider. He gets to take all the credit.
Now, I have seen the first episode of One Punch Man.
It's decent. It's decent. No, but like the whole thing with Moomin Rider is that like he takes credit for a lot of, or he doesn't take credit, but like a lot of people think
What's the main character's name?
that would be Saitama, aka
One Punch Man?
One Punch Man. But they don't call him One Punch Man. They call him Saitama. I think in the anime. I don't think he ever has it.
Okay.
But anyways, number 4. Here's your softball. Here's your first softball of the day. Professor Oak.
Pokemon.
Okay, nailed it. Okay, I was honestly, you paused a little bit there, and I was like, oh, was this not as softball as I think it was? All right, number 5. Now, these are 2 people, both two little children, 2 little boys. All right, Gon and Killua. Gon and Killua.
Last 10 years.
This is an older anime. This probably started around the same time as Naruto. I don't think it's been on Toonami though, or Adult Swim. But the name is easy because it's the same on both ends of it. Did that help? It'll make sense once I tell you what the name is. Gon and Killua. Gon and Killua. So
because I'm thinking of like Gohan and Kilowog.
that's cool. But that's not it. That's not the name there.
I don't know. I can't even pull out a guess.
That is from Hunter x Hunter. That is those are the 2 like little boys in Hunter x Hunter, the best friends or whatnot. Both very vicious and savage killers apparently. So Killua especially, I think he comes from like a line of assassins, but whatever, nonetheless. All right, number 6. I don't know if this is easy or not. Probably not. Number 6, Casca. Just Casca. I don't know how to give you a hint for this one. She's a female, and she's in. Now this is an old anime. I will give you that. It's old. It's an old
Full Metal
manga.
Alchemist.
It's an old anime, old manga. I would say it was probably more popular as a manga, and a lot of the anime adaptations haven't. They're fine, I guess, but people like them. I'm sure. I'll give you a big hint here. Shouts out to Phil.
Berserk.
There you go. All right. Yeah, I made it. That was more of a softball because I gave you a little bit of a help there. But it is.
Yeah.
It is the girl and that Guts is. I think.
If you would have said Guts, I would have got it immediately.
That's why I didn't give you Guts. Yeah, that's why I didn't do Guts. I was like Guts or maybe even what's his name? God damn, I forgot.
Yours is so much harder than mine because like mine's fucking easy.
Buddy, you were talking about biker men on Mars or some shit, and like biker mouses on. I don't even know. Biker mice or whatever. Okay. Here's the next softball. Jinx.
Oh, that's dude.
Now, to be fair, it's like
Hold on. I'm trying to remember the name.
you got it.
Because it's on Netflix. I watched it.
Yeah.
It's the League of Legends show.
Okay. I gave you credit for that, but like if you can get the name, that'd be sick.
I thought the first season was really good. I didn't love the second season.
Mm-hmm.
What is the name of that show?
On the tip of your tongue. You got this.
I feel like I should get a half credit. Fuck, what the name is that?
I'm gonna give you half credit for it because, like, yeah, it is League of Legends. It's based on League of Legends, so but it's the anime.
I see it. Oh,
you got it, dude.
Arcane.
Nailed it. All right, so you're 3 for 7 right now. That's
I only
not
got
bad.
2.
No, you got Professor Oak. Yeah, you got 3 for 7.
That's 2.
No, you got Casca as well. It's like you got 3 for 7.
Did I?
Yeah, I mean, I gave you a softball like hint with it, but yeah, you got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you're there, man. You've hit your goal. Now you can just coast. All right.
I was coasting the whole time.
Number 8. Number 8. Okay. Female.
Damn.
Antagonist here, but spoiler alert, she's an antagonist. You don't find out that until the end of the series or the end of the first season. Makima or Makima. I don't know how people say it out there, but I say it Makima. She's a chick. She's got the eyes.
She's got the eyes.
Very piercing eyes. She can make you do stuff that you don't want to do. And the protagonist likes boobies. So,
well, don't we all?
Yeah. But that's his whole,
I think I've seen clips of this show.
Like that's his whole thing. You know?
Is it the one with like the like it has that old like witch lady and she's like no.
That's Dan. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, and that was like that was a good one. That clip or whatever.
Demon Slayer.
Good try again. No, it is Chainsaw Man. It's Chainsaw Man.
Dude, people were talking about that and how terrible the ending of that show is.
Which one? Like what? I mean,
Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, but like, I guess the anime.
I just overheard that because like it's all a dream. Spoilers. That's what I heard. That's what I heard in the line.
I haven't watched the second season. I know the first season. I've read the manga up until you find out. I read the manga up until they I guess like the first ending happened because like there's this whole thing where like you know, he's doing all this chainsawing and whatnot, killing all these demons. And then you find out there's like the huge plot twist at the end of the series. Spoiler alert, like Makima ends up being like evil. And like she's technically speaking one of the demons that they're trying to kill. And like she can convince people to like do shit or whatever. And like her whole power is like getting people to kill themselves essentially. That's where I stopped reading it after I like got to the end of that. And it was like cool. And like nothing happened. I don't know if I can't remember if he kills her or not, but whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those, like it was fun. You know, the run that I was reading. But, okay, number 9 here. Number 9, All Might. And I'll give you a hint. You did mention this anime last week. That helps you. All Might. He's a superhero, All Might, if that helps at all, you know. You got this one. I feel like it's brewing in your head. You can kind of see it a little bit. You know, I'll stand. Like big. Got the hair. All Might.
Dragon Ball?
Gonna give it another shot, maybe?
No, I don't know. Jujutsu Kaisen.
My Hero Academia. Academia. He's a big hero in My Hero Academia. Okay.
I don't know.
Number 10. This is a bit of a trick question, and I'm not gonna help you at all with it. Loki. Okay. Loki. God of Mischief. Loki. Prince of Elbaf. It helps at all. Loki. It is a bit of a repeat, I just realized, but nonetheless.
You've done it today?
No, last week. But it's another character.
Naruto.
Try maybe one more time.
No.
It is Loki. He is the Prince of Elbaf in One Piece. In the last probably 10 chapters he's just introduced. Pretty sick.
Yep. Well.
Kazuto Kiragawa. This is like you can just go throw out a name.
Trigun.
Good try. That was on the original list that I was building. No, this is from Sword Art Online. He is the main character in Sword Art.
From
Online.
where?
Sword Art Online.
I don't know. I've never heard of that.
It's fair. That's fair. And then number 12, Freyrin. Just one name, Freyrin.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Again, it's a trick question. This is Freyrin from Freyrin, the Beyond Journey or something like that. But it's a new manga that just came out recently or whatever. Again, has the power to make people kill themselves. So, pretty sick. So, anyways, you did good. 3 out of 12 is good.
3 out of 12 is terrible.
My guy. 3 out of 12 for a list that's hard that I made purposely hard. Yeah, I feel like then you come at me next week with a quiz. It's even harder than that one.
The thing is I don't have to make it hard. They're easy and you still fail them.
Yeah. I know.
So no.
I can't help it, man. I'm stupid. I don't remember things very well. Okay.